Thank you, my friend. Shout out to my man Luke Whitney tonight, one of our digital ninjas here on the KENS 5 staff and the KENS 5 newsroom on a Friday night. Friday nights are back. Kind of our favorite season of football, in Texas, is Friday night football season. It's going to be so awesome. We got a full slate of games. We started out last night, but tonight, a lot more. Johnson-Judson rematch, so Nate Ryan's got all the goodies coming up. Friday night football coverage. Get a few more people in, we'll get things started on this Friday night. Happy Friday. Blessings to you and yours. Bill Taylor here at KENS 5 Weather Center. Well, KENS 5 Digital Center. But I turn it into a weather center at 9 o'clock on weeknights. That's what I do. Hope you and yours are having a blessed Friday night, getting ready for a Labor Day weekend. So I'm not expecting a huge crowd on here on a Friday night. But weather becomes very important for Labor Day weekend, especially when we've got some weather changes. Bit of a little pattern shift as we head into the unofficial end of summer. This was always, that's the thing. This was always when we would start looking at the real end of summer and the beginning of school. I grew up in New Jersey, and school always started after Labor Day up there. And there are some Texas legislators, I think it was actually part of an energy company initiative as well, that are saying they would like Texas schools to start after Labor Day. There's some that say there could be less strain on the power supply and trying to keep your homes cool and keeping the schools cool in mid-August, because we're doing just the opposite next school year. North Side, if you're a North Side parent or student, they're going back to school August 11th next year. This was the earliest they ever started that I can remember. My kids were all North Side kids. Now my oldest is a North Side teacher. And they went back the 19th, which was they usually went back late August. And next year, I heard, and they looked it up, August 11th is the beginning of the North Side school year. All right, so let's start in the tropics. I was showing you that we've got rain chances to talk about into Labor Day weekend and that the tropics are starting to get a bit more active. And that's where I want to begin. We've got 3 systems we're looking at, 3 systems of interest. Yellow is going to be a less than 30% chance right now of seeing either one of those develop in the next 7 days. But in the middle is a 40% chance, getting a little bit better, of our next tropical system entering into the Caribbean. So that could be something that develops over the next several days. Now, one does have Texas in mind. We've got an area of disturbed weather in the northwestern Gulf, pretty close to the Texas coast. And right now, a 20% chance that what you're looking at develops into a tropical system and gets a name. It would become, of course, a depression first and then possibly a tropical storm and get either the name Francine or Gordon. Those are the next 2 names on the list. Ernesto was the last one that we were tracking, reached Category 2 status. We've been through Debbie, Chris, Beryl, Alberto. So yeah, we could see Francine or Gordon out of one of those 3 systems that we're tracking. This is now the height of the season. Historically, we see the most storms between now and mid-September, with the peak coming usually the first few days of September. All right, shall we talk about the radar? Let's get a live radar and show you what we've seen over the last 4 hours. Some pretty good storms along the Rio Grande. And I'll tell you, the new forecast shows us that that's going to be the hot spot, the hotbed of getting most of the rain around here. Moses had the first tablet that could connect to the cloud. He sure did. Hey, Grant, good to see you. Happy 3-day to you, too. Hey, Lise, good to see you. Number of days, that is the problem. Yeah, exactly, right? So storms are still active, dropping south into Eagle Pass. We saw some rain around the Kerrville and Rock Springs area, but only a couple of showers trying to get started up around Medina Lake, Bandera, Hondo. That was about it. That's as close as they got to San Antonio. Now, I want you to look at how these storms developed, how this rain materialized west of the city, because this is a very similar outlook come tomorrow. We're going to look at the IBM model, and this has been doing a really good job with the current situation. Notice that as we get into tonight, of course, we're dry. Here's early tomorrow, 8 a.m. dry. And by the way, that's important. Bernie, you've got the Kendall County Fair and the big parade in Bernie tomorrow. 10 a.m. start of the parade. I'm not going to let it, look, I'm not going to let it rain on your parade. Why would I do that? So dry for 10 a.m. tomorrow. In fact, let's get the 10 a.m. picture. Boom. And we're good. Low to mid 80s. Looks like it'll be a little cloudy in Bernie, but it will be dry for the big parade. They've got a great rodeo as part of that festival every year, so make it on out to Kendall County and the Kendall County Fair this weekend. All right, so see, this is what I'm saying. Just like today, rain best west at 2 o'clock. 3, 4 o'clock, we're still looking Rio Grande as really kind of the hot spot. And then look at that, big flare-up of storms over Lake Amistad. That's 5, 6 p.m. Saturday. And then we'll be quiet through the overnight. Sunday morning is quiet, but by midday, showers start up again west of San Antonio. And this is why I'm going 20 to 30% Saturday, Sunday for our area. I would say 40 to 50% if you're west of the city. Just a much better chance of the rain materializing west. Now, once we get into Monday and Tuesday, and this is the midnight Monday, watch what happens. Boom. It's like a whole blanket of rainfall come Monday afternoon through Tuesday morning, through Tuesday afternoon, even some heavier pockets of rain, Tuesday afternoon and evening. So I really think we're going to see the best coverage of rain. Look at that. Even Wednesday looks very good. Looks very wet as we expect more widespread rains. Here's why. Front that's going to be coming out of North Texas won't make it all the way through San Antonio. Instead, stop short about Hill Country area and go stationary. Once it stalls out, now we start getting some of the outflow boundaries off that front into the area. The humidity is going to stay. I mean, we're going to have dew points in the upper 60s to 70, and that's why Labor Day weekend is a wet one. Well, Labor Day and Tuesday. Because I'll tell you, San Antonio looks relatively dry Saturday, Sunday. Much better chance now that we stay pretty isolated even on Sunday. So I'm going to change that word. I don't think we're going to see scattered on Sunday. So let's go here. Give you a little peek behind the curtain. How does he do it? This might be in what we call the wizard. Yeah. It's just that easy. Isolated storms on Sunday as well as Saturday. So Monday becomes a bit more of the scattered, widespread rainfall, and we carry that through Tuesday, even Wednesday, a 40% chance. That might go up because these rain chances are looking really good. As a matter of fact, I meant to change this. Look at how much rain has increased as far as potential out to our west. Three plus. That's going to be Del Rio, Brackettville, Eagle Pass, almost to Uvalde. 1.5 to 2 inches. Northwest Bexar County pushing into the hill country. Such good rain. That is hitting the bullseye for the Edwards Aquifer Collection Zone. 1 to 1.5 for the city and metro. 3 plus once we get southeast towards Victoria, and the coast. And then going closer to Houston, and now you're talking about some big rains because they're going 5 to 6 inches through the next week. Good evening, Paul. Oh, I don't know about Little Rock. I can take a look at Little Rock, Arkansas if you'd like. A little out of my jurisdiction, but, here to help. Have your forecast questions ready, even if it's Little Rock, Arkansas. So if you're heading there for Labor Day weekend, Sunday looks like the best chance of rain. Labor Day looks really good, high of 88, lots of sun. But Sunday looks wet, high of 84. Saturday, 60% chance of rain, 87. So Saturday, Sunday look like they're pretty wet. 60 to 70% chance of rain both days. Mostly sunny, 88 on Monday, Labor Day in Little Rock, Arkansas. Will it rain near Pasadena tomorrow? My niece has a karate competition. Oh, that's awesome. Good luck to your niece. Pasadena, Southeast Texas is expected to get a pretty good amount of rain, and it's mainly because of that tropical, I'll call it wave right now. Let's take a look at vapor. This is an elongated area of low pressure, and you can see it focused right there on southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. So the northwestern Gulf, this has a 20% chance of developing into something tropical over the next 5 to 7 days. So that's part of why Victoria's going to get a lot of rain, John, over the weekend. Pretty good chances. It's going to be more isolated tomorrow and Sunday, but then it's going to get a bit more widespread. Come Monday, Tuesday. Increasing rain chances for sure. Doing well. God bless you, John. Let's take a look at what we've got for weekend getaways. It is Labor Day weekend, and the rain chances are really best at Corpus Christi, Port A on Monday, Labor Day, and Fredericksburg, same, where most of the weekend's dry. That's good news. It really looks like everything is shifting west for Saturday, Sunday now. And so for San Antonio, Texas coast, that is good news. From the San Antonio River, your KENS 5 14-day forecast. Saturday and Sunday, 20 to 30, and then Monday, Tuesday, 50 to 60. So we'll nearly double the rain chances, essentially, on Monday, Tuesday. That's why those will be weather impact alert days. We could see localized flooding with heavier rain pockets of, say, 1.5 inches to 2 inch per hour rainfall rates. And then notice Wednesday, 40 to 50%, Thursday, 30%, before we drop rain chances Friday, the 6th. And then the 7th, oh, there it is. My McNeese State Cowboys are coming into Kyle Field. That's right. And I'm looking right at Luke Whitney.
That's next week, right?
September 7th. It's on the 14-day forecast.
Okay. You're trying to link up and watch the game?
Oh, I'm going.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Going to my first Kyle Field experience. I'm so excited.
You're going to love it.
I can't wait, dude. I really can't.
They're going to show out.
I've been to A&M before, and it's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's such an experience. And they say this is like now, it's going up against my SEC football experience. Not that I played. That sounded like I played. No. I was tight end for the Florida Gators with Tim Tebow. No, I wasn't. Of course not. That would be nice. I lived in Montgomery, Alabama, and the station I worked for there was the official station of Auburn University. So we went to a lot of Auburn football games. I was actually there in 92 and 93 season when Terry Bowden, the son of Bobby Bowden, the great Florida State legend, went undefeated. But they couldn't go to a bowl game because they were on probation. I was going to say academic, but it wasn't academic. They were on probation. They couldn't go to a bowl game that year. And so they were arguably the best team in the country, but they never found out because they never got to play. Yeah, it was really a shame because you penalize kids that, had nothing to do with what happened. And that is, you're penalizing the program, and I get it. Somebody's got to pay the consequences. So it's about the only thing you can do. How else do you do it, right? So it was really a shame because those kids worked hard. They went undefeated that year, and Terry Bowden was the coach. And I saw some of the greatest football games. We went to a few Iron Bowls. Oh, yeah. SEC, man. I mean, I'm telling you. You know, so I'm glad A&M's in there.
Oh, you're gonna have a blast.
So I can't wait. Yeah. September 7th, looking good here. Dry forecast, that second set of 7 on our 14-day. And notice no triple digits in the forecast, my friends. Tamina says hi. Tony and Tamina, good to see you guys. Yeah, Denise, birds up. Let's go UTSA. Wild stat. You ready for this? Tomorrow, the UTSA Roadrunners play Kennesaw State. And does anybody know the nickname of Kennesaw State? Would you know that, Luke? David?
What's the name of it?
Kennesaw, the opponent coming in to play our UTSA Roadrunners tomorrow. What is the mascot? What is the nickname of Kennesaw State? Any idea? So before you Google it, anybody?
Is it a bird?
It is a bird.
Hawkeye?
No. Who could it be? Who could it be? The what?
Big bird? A toucan.
Who could it be?
An owl.
The Owls.
There we go.
The Kennesaw State Owls. Nate Ryan tells me tomorrow is the first of 4 games. Listen to this. 4 games this year for the UTSA Roadrunners will be played against Owls.
Really?
Yes. They play 4 games against Owls. They play the... Huh?
Who said that?
Kennesaw State. This is from Nate Ryan. We play the Temple Owls. We play the Rice Owls. And we play... Oh, I forget. Nate. Yeah. Who's the 4th owl we play? What? Who are the 4 owl opponents we play? This is going to take a half hour.
Temple, Rice, Kennesaw State.
I didn't hear the 4th yet.
I can't.
Come on, Luke. You got it? Kennesaw State, Temple, Rice, and there's a 4th, Owls. Florida Atlantic. That's incredible.
I wonder who's in charge of setting that up.
Luke Whitney, everybody. He is firing on all cylinders tonight. He asked this question. I wonder who's in charge of setting that schedule up. Good stuff, Luke. As always, my friend. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up on a Friday night. I hope you have a wonderful Friday night and an even better Labor Day weekend. God bless you and yours. Stay safe. And we'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. Friday Night Football tonight. Come on. Stick around.